Okay. Thought about sharing a cat with you guys. They were all here a minute ago. Poof. So hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is one of my mystery mugs. I have no idea where I got it from. I've had it for a while. It's a clear mug, obviously. When your tea looks like a really milked up coffee. Anyway, it has this ribbon of holly berries along the bottom. I think that's really cute. It's a very simple mug. I do not use it very often. I think this mug used to hold like pens or pencils or bookmarks for me. I've had it probably for at least 10 years, but I honestly don't remember where I got it from. Today's tea is the Stephen Smith Teamaker blend number 13, the red nectar from the December Sips by Cup. This has, Sips by Box. This has rooibos, which is also known as red bush, from Clan William at the Western Cape of South Africa. It has honeybush and a bit of natural orchard fruit flavor. It is supposed to be lightly sweet, medium-bodied, and highly quaffable, either hot or iced. It is very hot right now. It's hot. By the end of the video, it should be more in the warm to cool, so I'll be able to tell then if it's going to be good iced. But let's see how it tastes hot. Not smelling much. Oh. Okay, I like that. I can't tell you all the flavors. I do think I may have put in just a touch too much sugar. But probably getting the honeybush, it's really, really sweet. Like I said, I probably put in too much sugar. So that particular blend is actually very good. I'm not getting fruit. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe just like a hint in there that is slightly different from the rest of the sweetness. That's a really good tea. I'm really impressed by that. I like that one. I may have to repurchase that. We will see how I feel about it by the end of the video. So today I am reviewing the first of two CurlBox Platinum boxes. Platinum boxes are usually anywhere from $15 to $40. Shipping on them can be $5 or can be free. It seems to depend on the box. I've had some that I thought were supposed to be free that ended up being $5 to ship. I've had others that were shipped for free. This one actually shipped for free. I got it on sale. It was originally a $40 box. I got it on sale for $25. And these are non-subscription boxes. I do believe both this one and the other one that I'll be reviewing later is still up on the site as available. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that because the platinum boxes usually go very, very quickly. Really surprised that they've been up for this long. So today's platinum box is the Aveda. It has the Sap Moss shampoo and conditioner, the Bee Curl Enhancing Cream, the Brilliant Universal Styling Cream, a refresher, the Rinseless Refresh Micellar Hair and Scalp Refresher, and the Dry Remedy Oil. So it came with 6 items. It was really like a $190 box or something like that. I can't remember. You'd have to look at the old, when I opened it, I listed everything down below, including price. Most of these I probably would not pay that much for, but there is actually something in this box that I am willing to repurchase at the price. So let's go ahead and get started on these products. We've got first, obviously, the shampoo and conditioner. These are Sap Moss. I actually really wanted to try this when they first came out. There are issues. This one has sodium cocoa sulfate and sodium sulfate. Those are both sulfates. If you follow the CG method, this is not going to be one you're going to be able to use. The conditioner has, oh Lord, But seriously. Behentrimonium methosulfate. Now, I don't know why you need a cleansing agent, which is what sulfates do, in your conditioner, but it was in there. I don't have a problem with sulfates. I have a problem with dimethicone, and I have a problem with isopropyl alcohol in particular. So neither of those really bothered me. I am surprised that there were 2 in here, so I'm also not surprised at the results. You don't need much. It has a nice lather. It left my ends a touch dry, and I left a few very easily detangled, finger-combed tangles in my hair. So it is drying, but it isn't so drying that I can't get through my hair. There are some shampoos that are so drying to my hair that they tangle it up so badly that it is really tough to get through it. These were easily removed as long as it was underwater, and I just was working with it. It had decent slip. However, I'm unlikely to keep this. In fact, I'm already planning to give it to my neighbor. I have quite a few shampoos. I have cleared under my sink, and I still have quite a few shampoos, and a number of them, well, all the ones that are left under my sink, I like better than this one. To be honest, a shampoo would have to blow me away. I much prefer co-washing most of the time now, so an actual shampoo would have to blow me away for me to want to keep it. My hair feels drier with this shampoo too, not by much, but enough that I don't really want to deal with it. So this one will probably go to my neighbors, and hopefully it won't do to their hair what it was doing to mine. Or they condition really well. Conditioner does seem to help, even their conditioner, which we'll get into in a minute. I do really like the scent of this. In fact, both of these. This is also a really strangely loose shampoo. It's got a very funky texture and appearance. It's loose, but it's kind of, I don't know, gooey. It's not sticky, but it has a very strange consistency, if you ask me. So that's what it looks like, which is also a little disconcerting. It has a very fresh, almost minty scent to it. It feels like it would be, it's got a thickness to it, so it's not, when I say it's loose, it's just loose in terms of movement, but it does have a thickness to it that you can feel. You can feel creaminess in your hand. It's just, like I said, it leaves my hair a little bit more dry, and I'm very conscious of how to take care of, especially my ends. I really need to make sure that I don't let my hair dry out. I'm one of those people that I have to be careful not to over moisturize because my hair feels really dry on the ends, and that always makes me want to put more stuff in it. That's not necessarily always the answer. However, this stuff does leave my hair a little drier than any of the other shampoos that I have currently. It leaves my hair a little drier than even the Adwoa, and I like the Adwoa, A-D-W-O-A. How would you pronounce that? Anyway, it leaves my hair drier than that, and that leaves my ends dry. The rest of my hair will feel fine, but my ends will dry. So this is not one that I'm going to keep. It's not one that I'm inclined to use again, and it will be going to my neighbors. The next product is the Aveda Sap Moss Weightless Hydration Conditioner. I ended up using a little bit less of this than I do of my other conditioners. This is a rather thick conditioner. It reminds me almost of a mask in terms of its consistency. I don't know if you can smell that. Has that same scent, very fresh, very light, got a touch of mint to it. But I ended up using a little bit less than usual. It spreads very easily. It feels very moisturizing in the hand. It has a very nice slip, and it took care of the dryness left by the shampoo. Like I said, not keeping the shampoo because I'm getting surrounded by the smell now. It's a very pretty smell. It really is. I love the smell. I wouldn't buy it, but I'm glad to have it to go ahead and continue to use it, which I will do. Anyway, moving on. Took care of the dryness left by the shampoo. However, when I used it a second time, I noticed that it didn't necessarily help with everything. Left the tiny bit of dryness in a few places the second time. My ends, I have a spot in the back that tends to be drier than the rest of my hair, and those are areas that they can get enough moisture, can get enough conditioning done. This just didn't quite do it. I think it depends on the shampoo. And that might be because there's a sulfate in the shampoo. I mean, the conditioner, I have no idea. It's not a bad conditioner, but I don't see it being a favorite. I don't see myself repurchasing it. However, I will keep it. The conditioner this is one of the conditioners, a conditioner, one of several conditioners, a conditioner that worked with the Adwa Baomint line, which does not have a conditioner in it. It has a deep conditioning mask, which you can use as a conditioner, but I get concerned about using something that's supposed to be deeply penetrating and give a lot more moisture than your regular conditioner, because yeah, we're still dealing with that, because you don't want to over moisturize your hair any more than you want to put too much protein in it, any more than you want to not have enough moisture at all. So don't want to use that deep conditioner all the time, and I can now go ahead and use this conditioner with it instead. And honestly, conditioner is one of those things that I don't think I can have too much as long as it works, because, you know, us curly girls, well, maybe you don't. Us curly girls, we use a lot of conditioner. We could probably use less than we do, but we use a lot of conditioner. And that's me. I use a lot of conditioner. This one works, and it works really well with the Adwa Baomint shampoo. And so I will be keeping this. The neighbors are going to be weird. You're giving us the shampoo and not the conditioner. But like I said, this one left some dryness. This took care of it, but that doesn't mean I want to expose my hair to being dry if I really don't need to. So yeah, we're going to split the pair up. I'm going to give this to the neighbors. I'm going to keep this at home. So after using both of those combined, my wet curl was decent. I noticed some minimal wet flyaways. I did use my Adwa leave-in because that's become the one leave-in I use all the time. I have kept two others. I actually ended up decluttering all my leave-ins, but I did keep two others that I do use occasionally, very rarely, but I do use them if I feel like I need a little more moisture or a little more strengthening. They're both for very specific things. And the Adwa actually helped with the wet flyaways I had left from the wet flyaways. So the two of these work okay together. It's just like I said, I don't want to expose my hair to more dryness than I need to. And the Adwa also leaves my ends just a little bit dry, but it seems to take care of this back section. So more than likely I'm going to end up buying that and using that as my clarifying shampoo once a month, something like that. It seems to work. I think because of the way it seems to operate, it would work really well for that for my hair. And this would be the conditioner I would use with it. All right, so next we have the Be Curly Curl Enhancer. This actually surprised me the most. It feels like a lotion. It looks a bit like a lotion. It is a bit on the, it's a looser for a curling cream. It's looser than most of the curling creams I use. Mine borderline pudding. I have one pudding that borderlines butter, but it's not as heavy as a butter, so I can use it in my hair fairly well. This is really, when you rub it out, it's definitely much more like a lotion. It's nice on the moisturizing end of things, but it didn't really seem to encourage any curl. This did okay. Not the best wet curl that I've gotten. It does have an ingredient that I'm not into. It does have trimethicone, which is a silicone, and that I'm not interested in using. Silicones, some silicones are okay because they are water soluble. The trimethicone is not. So yeah, we're cautious with the cones around here. I've noticed I can get away with like a little bit of dimethicone at the very bottom of a list. Sometimes. Depends on if the rest of what I'm using has a lot of dimethicone. I apparently now have to be very careful with dimethicone. Did okay, not the best wet curl I've gotten, but pretty decent with only a few flyaways. I still think my favorites are the Eden Body Works Coconut Shea and the Adwa Baomint, but this isn't bad. That said, this will also go to my neighbors as I have more than enough curl creams, and no, seriously, I do. My curl creams are at the level of where my shampoos were. Maybe not quite that bad, but you know, a lot. There's a lot. I have a lot. So I don't need this. And with the trimethicone, I really don't want to use it. And I didn't find that it really boosted my, I didn't find it intensified my curl. Didn't find it really helped combat frizz. It may have boosted shine, I don't know, but if it did, it was because of the trimethicone. So again, it's not bad. It's just not the best for my hair. So after using those 3, along with, I don't have a gel in here, so along with one of my gels, I have 2 or 3 gels that I rotate around and use. I did notice a bit more frizz and flyaways once, especially after I diffused, but the curl looked pretty decent. It looked okay. Even when not using the shampoo, there were more flyaways and frizz. So this combo, like I said, this combo here, I think the only one that is worth it for me to keep is the conditioner. These 2 will go to the neighbors. Overall, I wasn't as... From what I saw of other people using the sap moss, I expected a bit more than what I got. And I don't think it really worked. It could be the hair texture thing. It might... Mine is a looser, you know, a looser curl. It's a different texture. It's not kinky. So it might work better with kinkier hair types. I wouldn't recommend it for waves because, like I said, I was having a lot of more flyaways and other issues like that. And so, yeah, I'm really kind of disappointed that a line that I really had high hopes for, didn't need high hopes for. It just didn't work the way I had hoped. Alrighty, so that leaves us with the final 3, and the first of those 3s is the Aveda Brilliant Universal Styling Cream. I did not use this the first time I used the line, and there are reasons. There is so much silicone in this stuff. We have phenyl trimethicone. It also has glycerin. It has cetyl dimethicone. It has PEG 10 dimethicone, which I think because it's a PEG should be water soluble, and it has ceteryl methicone. So there's a lot of cones in this, and I just kind of went, I don't know. I think I'm going to set that aside. I did eventually use it. It would be the next, because of all those cones, it'd be the next to last thing I would put in my hair. The only thing going on after it would be a gel. Now that is normally how I work with my curling creams and my styling creams. I put the styling cream in and then a gel, and then I sit for 15 minutes. But I first used it in an attempt to refresh, but all it seemed to do was add more frizz. But I'm not blaming this for that. My hair does not refresh well. I basically have to do a rinse refresh. I rinse my hair, don't wash it. I add a little bit of conditioner, and then I start over with my styling products. I've not found, I'm sorry guys, this is driving me nuts. I already told you guys my bangs are driving me nuts. But I've not found a way to refresh my hair and actually keep the curl, not turn into a poofy ball. My hair just does. I know it's a matter of me finding the right one. I just don't have the patience to keep looking. Anyway, it also appeared to stick clumps together, and the oil I used didn't loosen it up at all. So fluffing was difficult. I tried it on wetter hair, but because of that first experience, I was even more leery of it. I mean, you know, the silicones, and then you... I decided to use it in place of my gel and to use less of it the second time. It worked much better that way for me. It didn't help with the frizz, but my curl was amazing, as with the shine. I just wish it didn't have all those silicones. It probably works best with lighter curl creams like the Be Curly, but this shows that for this product in particular, some of the issues I also had may have been whether or not my hair was wet or damp. When you refresh, you're not getting really wet, so you're closer to the damp end. Even if you're getting everything wet, you're not getting it as wet. And I think too that it's possible that being wetter helped with this, because this is a very stiff, it's a very stiff, whoa, okay, make a lie out of me. It's very loose. I thought this was stiff. I'm thinking of another one. I'm thinking of the second platinum box. That's what it is. Anyway, it's like the Be Curly, it is like a lotion. It feels like a lotion. like a lotion. So, and it's very loose. I thought it was the other one. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, no, I'm just, that's going to go to the neighbors too. It has that same smell, but I think if I look on here, I think one of these bottles says, yes, okay, so I think all of these smell pretty close to the same, even when they're different lines, because Aveda apparently has a its own perfume. How cute. They spelled it pure, P-U-R-E, fume. Aroma with jasmine, olibanum, cypress, and other pure flower and plant essences. So I think they use that fragrance, that scent in all of their products because they all smell the same. But beyond that, this is also a no. With all those silicones, I'm hesitant to give it to my neighbor, but it's got to go somewhere. I hate to waste anything, so, and my daughters don't need it. I just handed off a whole bunch of stuff to my youngest, and my oldest has told me to stop giving her stuff until she gets through what she has. So, to the neighbor it goes. So, the next is this refresher. I do like this spray. As you can see, it's very misty. Same nice scent. Well, this is a little more flowery, I think. But this seems best in my hair if scrunched in, and even then I end up with more frizz. So it's, again, it's not helpful in that way. Spraying on my hair, then my scrunch doesn't do much except get it damp. And while it does seem to help restore the curl a little bit, it also increases the frizz. Leave-in does help, but still more frizz. To be fair, the best way, like I said earlier, is for me to rinse refresh. I don't think I went through the ingredients on this. It has hydrolyzed cornstarch, hydrolyzed corn protein. Another thing, one of the reasons I think that I had so much frizz with these is I think almost all of these have glycerin somewhere. Now, the glycerin usually, and for most of them, is lower than number 7. So that means there's less of it. But like in this one, it's number 8. But I think they all had glycerin, so that's a lot of glycerin. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the other stuff that I get concerned about. I wouldn't expect to see that, something like that, in a refresher spray. But I honestly don't think this really helped my hair much. So, to the neighbors. All right, so the last thing, you all guys saw me try it and use it when I opened the box. And I have since been using it both by itself and mixed with my Baomint oil. And that is this dry remedy. If I kept nothing else in the box, I'd keep this. If I purchased anything else in the box, I would purchase this. I paid $25 for the entire box, and this by itself is $32, which is actually not a bad price for an oil. Some of the oils that I've looked into the past have been a lot more expensive. It reduces frizz, it encourages curl, and it adds shine. I tried it after diffusing and before hair was 100% dry, and it immediately reduced my frizz issues, though it didn't get rid of it entirely. And some of my problem spots became curlier when I used it. Like I said, I would actually repurchase this. My hair seems to adore it. Whatever is in this, my hair loves it. So I'm going to be keeping the oil and the conditioner only out of this box, seeing that this is 32 and this is probably somewhere around the 20s, 15 to 20. I want to say to 25, but it's probably not that expensive. I can't remember. I got my value out of the box with these two. But as a whole, the box is disappointing. I know that CurlBox isn't responsible to make sure anything that they put in their boxes is actually good for curly hair, but you would think that they would try to some degree. And I'm glad I got my money's worth. Let's make that clear. I'm glad I got my money's worth. I'm just really disappointed that out of these 6 items, I'm only interested in 2. And I'm only going to repurchase 1 at some point, eventually. Oils last a while because you're not supposed to use them. So I don't know. I just think somehow, I know they're a lot like the makeup boxes where they can only curate out of what brands gives them. And, but when you're doing something like this and you know certain things are not good for curly hair, I think you would be a bit more, I think you would try to be a bit more conscientious about what you have in the products and what lines you're presenting to people, because you're trying to promote your subscribers' hair care and the specific needs of curly hair. And yeah, so I think that is the one thing that bothers me. I don't have a problem with the fact that some of these items are going to go. I've already started decluttering some of the stuff from my last BoxyCharm and Ipsy unboxing, the Plus, because there are just certain things in there that just aren't going to work for me. And my daughter actually wanted one of them, so that was good too. But yeah, it just kind of bothers me that you're in this specific niche and you're not paying attention to the needs of, or what can damage the niche, what you're trying to take care of in that niche. Hello. I opened my window and Shadow's at the window. Thank you. You got me off the rant. Moving right along. Anyway, overall, like I said, the box is still available. Maybe people knew that these products were like this and that's why the box is still available. I don't know. I mean, if you know what's in the box and you can go and look up the ingredients, you can sit there and go, oh, well, yeah, I'm not going to buy that because most of that stuff I won't need. Kind of disappointed it too because it's like my first platinum box. I really was kind of hoping for wanting more of it, I guess. But that being said, I still love CurlBox. If I had the money and the space and the time, I would still be ordering CurlBox, much to the dismay of my husband. We won't talk about that. Anyway, that is it for the day, and I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do like what you've seen, I hope you will subscribe. If you subscribe, please hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Currently in December, I am uploading 3 days a week. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. However, as we move into January, so it might include the week of Christmas, but as we move into January, we will be going down to 2 videos a week, Monday and Friday. I'm kind of disappointed and sad, but got to do what we got to do, right? However, we do have indie brand openings. Most of those are more likely going to be at the end of January at the earliest. We also have every month my son opening his My Geek box. And in the summer, we do garden videos. If you're interested in any of that, you will need to have that notification bell clicked so you get notified when they go up, because they do not go up on regular days. If you're part of my notification squad, you may want to check both your bell and your subscription to make sure they're both still active. Shouldn't be having any problems, but you never know when the next upgrade will come along and yeah, make that mess. Anyway, and if you choose not to subscribe, well, we'd be sad and disappointed. We would. However, you are always welcome back here because we love having the company. And if you do come back again, don't forget to bring your cup of tea. So she has significantly cooled off, but she's not cold. I can hold it, but it's still kind of lukewarm, like I said it would be. So we're going to give her a taste and go ahead and get ourselves out of here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. You'd think I'd remember how to end my videos. But anyway, giving her a taste now. Okay, some of the initial sweetness has kind of died down a little bit, which is a good thing because the other flavors are coming in. That fruitiness is still very light, and you don't get any specific kind of fruit. It's just a sense of fruitiness on the tongue. Mostly, I still taste the honeybush, and the rooibos is coming in as more of a deeper flavor, I want to say. Still a really good tea, but I'm going to have to say I think I prefer it hot. I don't think I would like to have it cold. I'm not sure that, because that rooibos is going in a direction I think I would not be too pleased with if it were cold. Anyway, that's it. I hope you all have a great day.